What is up, you guys? It is Matty here, and today I'm bringing you another Fallout video. This is the Fallout Hub. When you want Fallout videos and information, you come here, people. So before anything, check out my previous video. It's a Fallout 4 wishlist video. Be sure to follow me on Twitter, like me on Facebook. It's important we interact outside my videos. Also, I have discount codes. Just keep me in mind. It's all I ask if you're shopping on the following websites. Other than that, let's get into today's Vault Chronicles episode. Alright, first things first, ladies and gentlemen, I just want to remind you guys to quickly go follow me on Twitter, like me on Facebook, because YouTube has gotten rid of the Show More button on your subscription feeds. So now if you're not on YouTube all day, you won't be able to go back and see videos from like 8 hours ago or whatever. You only get to see up to like 25 videos. So unless you individually search my channel, which is also a good alternative, if you want to just stay up to date on various social networks, just be sure to follow me, like me, because it does help me out a lot. It allows me to reach out to you guys, and yeah, that's the most important thing, is that you will be able to see my uploads in case you just missed them or whatever. You just go check my Facebook, or you go on Facebook, you see me on your feed. Same thing with Twitter. So just keep that in mind, and I please ask that you guys do that for me. But without further ado, let's get into the Vault Chronicles episode, where we will be talking about Vault 13. So, Vault 13 is one of a series of Fallout shelters developed by Vault-Tec in Southern California beneath Mount Whitney. It was the home of the Vault Dweller, the protagonist of the first Fallout game. Construction of Vault 13 started in August 2063 and was completed in March 2069, which was the last vault on the West Coast to be completed. For Vault 13, Vault-Tec chose the Pip-Boy 2000 as the personal information processor for Vault 13's Vault Dwellers over the Pip-Boy 3000, which you see in games like Fallout 3 or New Vegas. It was also equipped with a unique solar scorcher, a weapon with an experimental photoelectric cells allowing sunlight as its energy source. The purpose of Vault 13 and the Vault experiments was to stay closed for at least 200 years as a study of prolonged isolation. However, in Fallout 2, President Dick Richardson states that it was supposed to remain closed until the subjects were needed, and described it as a, quote, control group. The starting budget for Vault 13 was $400 billion, although it eventually reached $645 billion. It was equipped with a Think Machine supercomputer acting as a computer control system and was powered primarily by geothermal energy. Sometime prior to December 5th, 2161, Vault 13's water purification chip began to malfunction. The overseer, Jacorin, began to send out Vault 13 dwellers into the wasteland to find a replacement chip. The last known Vault 13 dweller selected by Jacorin was a man later known as the Vault Dweller. On December 5th of 2161, Jacorin gave the Vault Dweller a 10mm pistol, some ammunition, and the location of Vault 15, and sent him out into the wastes to find a new water chip, a task finally completed by him in February of 2162, a year later. The replacement chip was eventually found in Necropolis in Vault 12, the vault we learned about in our previous Vault Chronicles episode. You may want to check that out, considering that there will be a few references to that past episode. When the Vault Dweller returned, Jacorin was happy to see him, yet frightened by his report. After being told about the super mutants the Vault Dweller encountered at Necropolis, Jacorin came to the conclusion that the super mutant population was far greater than anyone could have expected. This posed a new threat to Vault 13. Due to the Vault Dweller's proven ability and knowledge of the outside world, Jacorin tasked the Vault Dweller with a new mission: find and destroy the danger of the super mutants. Jacorin was right, and the Vault Dweller soon found and killed the source of the mutant army, the Master, and destroyed his base, the Cathedral, on March of 2162. After defeating the super mutant army, the Vault Dweller returned to Vault 13 on May 10th of 2162. The vault door opened and Jacorin appeared and confronted the Vault Dweller, told him that he had saved the vault but he had to leave, thinking he would ruin the vault experiments by convincing people to leave the vault. Jacorin ends up being tried and sentenced to death for the exile of the Vault Dweller, according to records passed down through the vault's ancestors. Jacorin can also be killed by the hand of the Vault Dweller after his goodbye speech to them if you have the Bloody Mess perk. 79 years later, on May 15th of 2241, the Enclave sends a coded sequence to Vault 13, activating its central computer and declaring that it is time to leave the vault. Vault 13 is opened and greeted by two Enclave squads with vertibirds. The squads kill 3 of the vault dwellers who were, quote, resisting capture, and storm the vault, kidnapping all the inhabitants. In May 17th of 2241, the Enclave drops an intelligent death call unit into Vault 13 from a safe distance to kill anyone investigating Vault 13 and cloak the Enclave's presence. So it seems like Vault 13 got what was coming to them. Unfortunately today, there are no fun facts, which really bothered me because those are almost like my favorite thing about the Vault Chronicles episodes. Other than that though, I do hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I basically gave you the entire story of Fallout 1 broken down in about 5 quick minutes. So if you don't mind giving me a like for that, I think that's kind of special. But yeah, I hope you guys did enjoy this one though. It's nice to be back on track with all these series. Be sure to leave your comments what you think of this vault. What do you think of Fallout 1's story also? And what other vaults do you want to see? Be sure to let me know. Also, follow me on Twitter, like me on Facebook, as I expressed previously at the beginning of this video how important it is at this current time to follow me and like me. Also, be sure to keep my discount codes in mind. That's all I ask of you guys. Other than that, stay sexy, stay active. I love you all. Peace.